Today, drug company GlaxoSmithKline announced a partnership with Apple to use ResearchKit to facilitate a study on rheumatoid arthritis. This marks the first big company to use Apple's app, announced last March. Universities and independent researchers are already using ResearchKit with patients who have asthma, diabetes, breast cancer, autism, epilepsy, and other conditions. This is an important test to see if drug companies can get worthwhile data. I know you are really interested in ResearchKit. You're in the medical profession. What do you think about getting data from the iPhone? Do you think that it makes a difference that, you have to have an iPhone in order to get this data? Do you think that research will be skewed because of this?
It definitely will be skewed, because there's only a certain amount of people that can afford to get an iPhone. And so you're going to be dealing with a certain, if you look at Apple's data, they are people that are doing better off. They're at a certain economic level. They're usually a little bit more health conscious. There's certain things that are going to skew the data to that. Also, you're not going to be getting data from other parts of the world. So when you're really doing research that you want to be great, you want to have a nice cross-section of cultures, of ages, of economic status. That being said, one of the greatest difficulties in dealing with research is that to find people to want to do the research with you. And that's really hard. And so often when you're working in a university, you're giving people $5 or free pizza or a donut. You're having to incentivize, because no one really wants to be part of research for nothing, because you don't usually get paid very much to be able to do it. And so it becomes really, really difficult to get a large enough field of people participating to make your research valid. Because if your numbers are really small, it really doesn't make any difference whatever data you get from that. And the wonderful thing is that this is really passive data. It's very easy. You already have your phone, you sign yourself up for it, and then you can give in information, and it can be automatically sent off. So you don't have to worry about the paperwork. You don't have to worry about categorizing. The other thing that's really nice is that you can print out data immediately. So usually when we deal with data, we put it in, you're there, you're trying to remember back, how did I feel yesterday or the week before, because it's very time sensitive. With having it on the iPhone, it's great. You can feel, I feel really upset today. I can track it in. If you're using it with your watch, it can also track your heart rate that you're dealing with and your sleep sensors and all of the other things that you're going to be able to take. So I think that this is going to change the manner in which we do research, because your phone's always with you, so you can do the research real time. It's not even journaling, which people often will say that they did it the same day that they journaled it, but it's 3 weeks later or right before they have to send in the data to that. So I think that it's going to be really helpful to people. I think that it's going to increase participation, but I do think that the data will be slightly skewed, and they'll have to take that into consideration.
So do you use iPhone apps in your therapy practice with patients to get data back about moods and things like that?
I have tried. I have not found that people have been very forthcoming with giving it. So often I make them do very, very simple applications that they're going to be going. So just simply like mood. I think that anything that's very intensive, people don't do. So I still have people journal. I always have them journal. And for that, I don't like them using their technology. I actually like them using pen and paper. And then just to do something like a mood tracker, or how to go through with a panic attack, or to do tracking their breathing techniques. So the Apple Watch's new set, Breathe, is going to be completely life-changing for me in my therapy practice, because the most difficult thing for people to do is to remember to practice your deep breathing techniques. And so the Apple Watch will be changing that, in that it will remind you. And that's the biggest thing that people forget.
So if you want to participate in this particular study, you can download the app now. It's free. I downloaded it and did a little walkthrough on iOS today. It basically asked me if I had rheumatoid arthritis, and I said no, so I did not get to participate in the study, which I guess makes sense. But if you want to participate, I think they're looking for 300 people over 3 months. So it seems like a pretty small number to get.
Yeah, that's my only thing when I was looking through it, is why would they ask for such a small sample size? I think that they could get probably quite easily, 1,000 people, when you just take a look at the stats of people that use it. And if even 1% of the people that have a rheumatoid arthritis and use the iPhone, it would be easy to get a larger sample size. The larger the sample size, the better your data will be. But I guess they're trying it out, and this is where they're starting, and they're starting small and easy so that will be successful.
Yeah, it sounds like this is a test case to see if the big pharmaceutical companies, if it's beneficial to them. So.